everyone, it is me, and today I'm going to read another article for you. And this article is about a woman, a Catholic woman, who was arrested for silently praying out of an abortion clinic. So yeah, so we're going to have a read, so I'm going to read it for you all, and I'm going to give my opinion on it. So you can read the title there, it's quite long actually. Anti-abortion group director was arrested for praying outside abortion clinic. Isabel Vigon? Bruce, 45, I've never heard that name before. Charged with 4 counts of violating buffer zone. She was arrested by police after she said she might have prayed in her head. Supporters said arrest was thought crime, but critics said she harassed women. The Catholic woman was praying outside an abortion clinic, has been slammed as a thought crime by her supporters, while critics accuse her of trying to harass women. Isabel, I'm not going to say her last name, I'm just going to call her Isabel, director of anti-abortion group March for Life UK, was arrested but after being accused of violating the council buffer zone, which bans protests nearby. She was confronted by a police officer when she was standing on the street outside BPAS Robert Clinic in Norton, Birmingham. So I think that's probably the name of the abortion clinic. The protester, 45, was charged with 4 counts of violating the abortion clinic buffer zone after she admitted that she might have been praying silently while standing outside. She had been standing there for some time and was not carrying a sign when an officer approached after a complaint from a member of the public on December 6th. So this is a couple of weeks ago. I've seen the video. Yeah, I think I'm not going to play the video, but you can see what's happening here. I might have gone, wait a minute, because I seen the video before this, and I swear she wasn't even holding a protest sign, she was just praying there. Yeah, so I thought that was the end of the article. I thought that was going to be really quick. Luckily we have some more. The West Midlands officer told the campaigner that he had to caution her and asked her, what are you here for today? Physically, I'm just standing here, miss. Just call it Isabel. From Malvern. Sorry, I forgot how to pronounce it. I know what it is. I know what the area is, but I forgot. Sorry about that. Those are really weird names though for a town. I don't even think it's a town. I know, who cares? Why here of all places? I know you don't live nearby, the officer asked. She responded, but this is an abortion centre. The officer said, okay, that's why you're stood here. And you, sorry about that, sorry. Are you here as a part of a protest? Are you praying? She denied she was protesting, but when asked if she was praying, she said, I might be praying in my head, but not out loud. The officer then arrested her on suspicion of failing to comply with a public spaces protection order. She is now due to appear at Birmingham Magistrate Court on February 2nd, charged with 4 counts of failing to comply with a public space protection order. This is a real to observe a thought crimes. These are people's thoughts. So yeah, so if you want to read this for a bit, you can. I'm looking for Isabel, I'm not pronouncing her name. So Miss Bruce arrest has already been sparked to fierce debate, with supporters saying she effectively been arrested for thought crime, a term which her legal representative ADF UK used. ADF UK are a British branch of American the Conservative Christian Legal Advocacy Group Alliance Defending Freedom, who has campaigned and lobbied against the right to an abortion, against the decriminalisation of homosexuality in the States. This is still surreal to observe a thought crime arrest in the West, said the data scientist Justin Coe on Twitter. Good Lord, the thought police are with us, tweeted Toby Pierce. But John Michael Leslie criticised Miss Bruce, accusing of her harassing women. He wrote on Twitter, "No, you're in violation of if you're repeatedly harass women going to a family planning clinic. I don't think it's a family planning clinic. I think it's where you kill a kid, an unborn kid, or a fetus, whatever you want to call it. I don't think it's a family planning clinic. That's a nice way of putting it. Who might be asking for abortion advice. Right in her head, in the spin of her supporters. Twitter users Heart to Share said it was obvious that the anti-abortion campaigner was trying to martyr herself, and she deliberately went to the abortion clinic to get arrested. I don't know if I know of, no. He wrote, it's so obvious she's martyring herself in the glare of the public as a way of publishing her beliefs. Well, it's a good way. It's giving a discussion. So if she's doing it to get arrested, then fair enough. Despite what part of the abortion debate you're on, whether you're pro-life or pro-choice, it's not a bad way to get publicity. She knowingly went into that area to get arrested. You must think we're all crackers. Retiree Nandi Billingham said the public space protection orders were needed as the space around abortion clinics has become unsafe for women. She tweeted, the area around the abortion clinic had been very unsafe for women attending the clinics. Making these areas protected public spaces has sadly become a necessary due to the violence harassment repeated by a few loonies. It must include everyone, even those praying silently. I don't agree with that. The order was introduced on September the 7th, making it illegal to protest by engaging in active approval or disapproval, including prayer and protest in a buffer zone. The Birmingham City Council order said that this includes, but is not limited to, graphic, verbal or written means, prayer or counselling. Interfering or attempting to interfere, whether verbally or physically, with Robert Clinic service users, visitor or member of staff, intimidating or harassing, or attempting to intimidate or harass. Sorry, I already read that. Sorry. Recording or photographing a Robert Clinic service user, visitor, member or staff, displaying any text or images relating directly or indirectly to the termination of pregnancy. The council have said that the measure was need. Sorry about that. The council has said that the measure was need. The council have said that the measure was need. I think I'm supposed to say needed, not need. It was needed. This is Daily Mail online for you. I bet this language from a journalist. I expect this is just basic literacy, and the Daily Mail can't do it. So that people visiting and working at the clinic have clear access without fear of confrontation. Miss Bruce said, it's abhorrently wrong that I was searched, arrested, interrogated by police and charged simply for praying for privacy of my own mind. Censorship zones purport to ban harassment, which is already illegal. No one should ever be subject to harassment. But what did I was the furthest thing from harmful. I was exercising my freedom of thought, my freedom of religion, inside the privacy of my own mind. How dare you do that? That's evil. No one should be criminalised for thinking and praying in a public space in the UK. MPs voted to introduce butterflies around abortion clinics in October. After Labour proposed an amendment to a public order bill to make it an offence to intimidate or harass anyone with 150 metres off the building. Anyway, anyone found guilty of breaching the zone to intimidate, threaten or persuade women will face a fine of 6 months imprisonment, increasing to 2 years for repeat offences. Talking to Tucker Carlson on American news channel Fox News today, she said, to be arresting somebody for what they're thinking is actually quite surreal. The amount of people that has used the word Orwellian to describe me is this likening to the 1984 novel, and it really seems like that to me from start to finish. Carlson said arresting someone for praying is an act of evil, period. And it just breaks your heart to think of all the people in charge who are standing by and allowing this to happen. Isabel's experience should be deeply concerning to all those who believe that hard-fought fundamental rights are worth protecting. As Jeremy, his name's Jesus, legal counsel for ADF UK, it is truly astonishing that the law has granted local authorities such as Wyden Under Council insurrections that now even thoughts deemed wrong can lead to a humiliating arrest and a criminal charge. Isabel, a woman of good character and who has tirelessly served her community by providing charitable assistance to vulnerable women and children, has been treated no better than a violent criminal. The recent increase in buffer zone legalization and orders in a watershed moment in our country, we must ask ourselves whether we are a generally democratic country committed to protecting the peaceful exercise of the right to freedom of speech. We are at a serious risk of mindlessly sleepwalking into a society that accepts, normalizes, and even promotes tyranny of the majority. As part of her conditions for bail, Spruce was told that she should not contact a local council priest. Catholic priest, who was also involved in pro-life work, a condition that was later dropped. Police also imposed restrictions as part of her bail, and Spruce engaging in public prayer beyond the PSP. Oh, sorry about that. I stopped for a moment. Beyond the PSPO area, stating that this was unnecessary to prevent further offences. A West Midlands police spokesperson said Isabel Spruce, aged 45, from Malvern, was arrested on December 6th. We would have read this stuff. She was bailed. Yeah, we would have read this stuff anyway. So, what is my opinion on it? Like, if you want to know my opinion on the abortion, pro-life choice, that debate, I can see both sides of the argument. I can understand pro-choice and pro-life point of view. I don't really have strong opinions either way because I actually not a place where I'm very special, where I have as much expertise on the abortion debate. I have seen, for what I do know, I have seen both sides of the argument. I'm very neutral, and I can see people who are pro-life and pro-choice, both sides. But this is not good. This is not good at all. I'm sorry, but you cannot arrest someone for literally just putting their hands together silently. You cannot do that. That is very undemocratic. Very undemocratic. So yeah, and also I think this is important because we do have lots of laws in the UK. Anyone watching out this America doesn't know. I think if you're watching the video, you probably do know that we have stuff like hate speech laws or hate speech laws. So if you say anything offensive, that grossly offensive by law, that could upset anyone or offend anyone, you can get arrested for it, which isn't good. Anyone with two brain cells can say that it's not good. We also have lots of this stuff is happening where you can't protest or say stuff online in the UK. It's really bad. Free speech is dead. It truly is dead. And stuff like that. Like, it is really bad on free speech in public and on the internet. Really is bad for the UK. I think they are like the online safety bill. If you don't know what that is, basically, I could do actually a whole entire video on that. But basically, I'm going off topic, but I think it's important to this where. For a moment, they actually dropped legal but harmful, which basically said that internet companies would have to basically ban stuff that was legal. Like you could say, it wasn't like inciting violence or anything, but it was harmful to whoever it is. Probably what the government doesn't like. So yeah, and they just dropped it, and basically the Labour Party you would be surprised that the Labour Party didn't like that idea about in the online safety bill, legal but harmful was removed, but they didn't like that. I think no one is surprised. I don't think we even should have the online safety bill anyway. It's all nonsense and scary, stupid. So yeah, disgusting, horrible. This is disgusting. Like, what? Like if the Birmingham Council is so concerned about people getting harassed, which isn't good. I don't agree with people getting harassed. Why don't we just bring a police officer there? Just like one police officer, so if anyone tries to attack a woman, they can quickly arrest them. Like, this is why everyone hates Birmingham, because of people like this. Because of people like this. That's why no one likes Birmingham. So yeah, it's awfully wrong. Like, even whether you're pro-life and pro-choice, me should agree that this is out of order. And I'm not even religious. I don't believe in God at all. I don't believe in it. Believe in any religion, like I said before. It just is wrong. It's wrong. Like, people, like, these places where you should be allowed to protest whatever you want. You should be. Like, I think around like a year ago they tried, or they have done, in Scotland. Because Scotland is even worse than England when it comes to like hate speech laws and stuff like this, where you could not protest outside. It's either like Edinburgh Castle or it was like the Scottish Parliament, which is wrong. You should be able to protest wherever you want. So yeah, it's a shame. It was a shame. And also, a good thing about this though is that it gives more publicity, because this has been going on for at least around 6 years now, where people have been getting arrested for protesting or saying stuff, for just saying their opinions really, or doing stuff that people thought was offensive. So it really is. It's good. Like, if you look at the positives of it, you can see that she's been getting quite a lot of coverage, and it's going after everyone now. Like you can get arrested for UK for memes and stuff. So I think it's good that if you want to be optimistic about it, just like this is out there, because most people, I think, normal people would disagree with this. So anyway, put in the comments below what you think about this. I think it's horrible what the police did, and they should be ashamed. So should the government and the Birmingham Council. And I hope Birmingham always remains a shithole because of this, because of what the people there deserve, especially the council. So anyway, if you enjoyed the video, put a like in the comment below, and also put what your thoughts on this, whether you agree with it, whether you disagree with it. And so yeah, so thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Goodbye.